Hey, welcome back to the show. Some news just coming in from Adenta. We understand that the road between the Madina-Adenta stretch of the road has been blocked by some residents who are angry and burning tires. Now, what we understand happened was that a pedestrian was knocked down and killed on that stretch of the road. Now, if you follow this conversation, this is something we've been talking about the whole of this week, and I think from last week as well. Residents are not happy about the state of the road and how dangerous it makes crossing, especially for school children. Hundreds of them who use that road is about. Let's get on the lines now and speak to a reporter there. Henry is there. Henry, if you can hear me, Henry, tell us what you see at the moment.
Hello, this is, for now the place is a little bit chaotic. There are a lot of chaos going on in the area. There are about thousands of people here and they are burning a lot of car tires on the road. They've blocked the road. No car is moving, no car is coming. There are a lot of policemen on the scene trying to stop the people from burning these tires, but they are still bringing in a lot of tires. The whole road is blocked with a lot of smoke. There are a lot of people around, about thousands of people. They're saying one lady was knocked with the car and they are tired, they are fed up with the killing. Another soul was lost here today, so they are tired and they are fed up with the killing that's going on. Hence, taking things or matters into their own hands by burning tires on the road.
And let me ask you, how bad is the traffic situation at the moment? Because if they have blocked the road, so the road that has been blocked, and I'm seeing from here in the video that we have, is somewhere close to the Adenta barrier, somewhere close to the Adenta police station. Is that correct?
Yes, it's a little bit close to the Adenta police station.
Okay.
People are moving. I think the police right now on the scene have brought one of their trucks. They want to move a lot of people away. The traffic situation here is really terrible. No car, not even a single car is moving up or down. So the cars are about 100 meters away from where the tension is. From where the cars are about 100 meters away. The police are here trying to calm down them. But the people here are not listening to the advice of the police. They are still demonstrating, singing, chanting a lot of songs and burning their tires. They are raking in a lot of tires. What is happening here is really an eyesore. I have one person here with me who can speak. There's also a resident around, and they
let me talk to him, Henry.
Okay.
Hello, sir. Thank you very much for your time this evening. Tell us your name and are you part of the residents who are burning the tires?
I can't hear you, please.
What's your name, sir?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Actually, I'm not a resident. Like, I was in the car when we got here, the road was blocked, and they were saying no car is passing. We didn't know what was going on until we were told a school girl, is an SHS1, she was knocked down by a car, and the body was there, lying. She was just unconscious. So they were expecting the police to come and take her away, which the police never came. They delayed. So after that, the youth was annoyed. They said they can't sit down, watch people get innocent lives, souls are dying just like that. So they decided to react. So as a result, they started burning tires to just block the road to make sure that no car will pass and no single pedestrian was to pass. All the pedestrians involved themselves in the demonstration. It has been going on for the past 1 hour, and in fact, no car is passing, nobody is going. All the residents are demonstrating. They are saying no car is passing.
Are you still in the taxi?
The police has come to the scene, but their effort has been a personality job. Because the youth are not listening. They are not listening at all.
Okay.
They are not listening at all.
From where you are, how many people do you see?
Hello?
How many people do you see from where you are? Hello, sir. If you can hear me, how many people do you think you can see from where you are? I mean, can you estimate the number of people who are involved in this? Hello? Well, if you're just tuned in, you're watching live visuals from the Madina-Adenta stretch which we've been talking about for some time now, actually for about a month now. Footbridges, there was this issue about footbridges, and there has been a lot of agitation on the part of the residents there. This afternoon, we understand that there was another pedestrian knockdown. The gentleman, the eyewitness who we just spoke, just said that he was in a taxi, and when he got there, the road was blocked, and so he was tempted to get down. What his report is that a senior high school lady was knocked down, an SHS girl was knocked down, and the body was left in the road. But we also understand that a middle-aged woman was actually knocked down. We'll be reconciling these reports that we have when we get our reporter on the line. But let me go back to Henry. Henry, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Henry, the gentleman was telling me that it was an SHS student who was knocked down. Do we know this for sure, or is it a middle-aged woman, as the earlier report said?
The person who was knocked down was according to them, eyewitnesses, they are saying it was a school, it was a child.
Okay.
A school girl who was knocked down.
Okay.
Now, as the police are came, there are lots of people, a lot of agitation. They are still burning the tires, so the tires are really parked very long away.
Okay.
No one is really here.
Have the police been able to allow traffic to flow right now?
No, they are burning the tires. They didn't allow the fire service car to come. The fire service car that to quench the fire didn't even come near where they are burning the tires. So the police car is just about 10 meters away from where the fire is blazing. And the cars are really far. They are trying to fight with the police right now. The police are blocking them. People are trying to fight with the police.
Someone is trying to fight with the police?
Yes, people are trying to fight. The police are trying to remove the tires, and they said they will not allow them to move the tires. So there are a lot of agitation, there are a lot of pushing here and there.
Okay.
At the ground. There are a lot of people are still coming in.
So there's some sort of confrontation between the policemen and the people who are the agitated residents.
Yeah, there are a lot of agitations going on. They said the police want to clear off the fire so the fire service can come and quench it. But they are still bringing in the tires. There are a lot of tires blocked on the main street. There's no car moving.
Okay.
The fire is so a lot of the fire from fire.
Henry, if you can get us to speak to some of the agitated residents, those who are burning the tires, is that possible where you are? Hello, Henry? Henry, can you hear me? Well, Henry Kwesi there. We'll stay on the line with him. It appears that we've lost him briefly. Looks like the network isn't helping so much. But we will stay on the line with him until we get him to tell us what's happening at the moment. But if you live anywhere around this place, that's the Madina-Adenta stretch or Yarefa thereabouts, you might want to change the routes because you won't be able to get through this afternoon, as we're just learning that angry residents have blocked the road, the Madina-Adenta stretch just around the police station, around the Adenta barrier. Angry residents have blocked the road, and they made it very difficult for traffic to flow because there was a pedestrian knockdown. An SHS girl, we understand, has been knocked down, and the residents are angry because really, this is not the first time, this is not the second time. Just this week, JoyNews has reported how just about 2 days ago, 2 more persons were killed within a few hours before Daniel Dazi, my colleague, got there. Mind you, this is a story that we've been telling for a very long time because several others had died earlier. If you live around that place, you might want to change your route at the moment because you may not be able to get through to your house if you go at the moment. But also, police, we understand that the policemen are trying to calm the people. There's a lot of agitation. NS just tells us that the police has been trying to stop the burning of the tires. They've been trying to stop the burning of the tires, but they've not been successful because these angry residents won't allow it. Let's get back on the line. Ernest is there again. Ernest, what is happening? Has anything changed? Oh, Ernest, Henry, I beg your pardon. Henry, what is happening at the moment?
currently, the police have sought for a reinforcement, so they've brought a crowd control vehicle right here. But I can report that it's quite a chaotic scene here. Residents have bent ties. Both sides of the road have been blocked. There is anger all on the street, of the Madina-Adenta road.
Okay.
And what residents are telling me is that what triggered this anger was that a student of one secondary school was knocked down by a taxi driver, and the girl apparently lost her life. Her remains have been conveyed by the police, but residents are agitating over the failure of the authorities to fix their footbridges. And I must say, the ties are being bent right under the uncompleted footbridges.
Right under the uncompleted footbridge. And this is a footbridge that's, there's actually another road that leads into another road, the one that's heading towards Adenta, and there's one that's heading towards Accra. Both sides of the roads have been blocked, Henry. Henry, both sides have been blocked?
Fired one first, the crowd, but then the crowd was adamant, so they were still protesting. And I understand that one person has sustained gun wound. I'm here to independently verify this.
And where did that gunshot wound come from? The police?
Yeah, what some of the witnesses here are telling me was that when the police initially came, they fired shots to disperse the crowd, but they were still protesting, demanding that the authorities fix the road. So in the process, I understand that one person sustained gun wounds.
So now let me just go through what's been happening so that we help our viewers with a proper understanding, so we grasp the whole thing.
So let me run you through.
If you can start from the beginning. Start from the beginning.
The residents have currently blocked the two sides of the Madina-Adenta road. They are burning car tires on the road. So you can see fumes of smoke heading towards the sky. These are deep black smoke. And the police have fired warning shots initially to disperse the crowd. You could see anger written all over the faces of those who are gathered here and are facing. Some residents claim that one person sustained gun wound as a result of these warning shots that were fired by the police. What triggered this protest was that a student, the Form 1 student of one senior high school, was knocked down a few hours by a taxi driver who was speeding on the road. And I understand that the girl wanted to cross the road. So while in the process, she was knocked down by the speeding vehicle. And the girl, I understand, is dead. And I understand that her remains have been conveyed by the police. I'm being told that the taxi driver, after the incident, reported himself to the police. But that has still not calmed the nerves of the residents who are still protesting right here on the main Adenta Medina highway.
Okay, Henry, we'll come back to you shortly. But just as I was saying, this story is a story that we've been following since for like a month now. Well, Monday, Daniel Dazi went to the place, and just before Daniel got there, about 2 hours before Daniel got there, 2 more persons had been killed. The residents have not been happy for some time. Listen to a resident speaking about this.
Keep on dying to 2019. That's what I want to know. Should we keep on dying? Just a few minutes ago, a child is being hit. But the Friday, the assemblyman had an interview. Just that night was the night that we lost Atta. And just yesterday, Joy FM was at a bingo spot to interview us at Adenta, because we wake up every morning to hear death. I wish one day we could wake up in the morning and hear that the road signs are being fixed, the traffic light is on, the road marks are in, the reflectors are working. But no, we only wake up to hear death, death, death.
So when we wake up, we hear death, death, death. This week, if we're counting, this adds to the toll, and it goes up to 3. Kwete Nati is at the place. Kwete, what's happening at the moment?
This is, like I reported earlier, the scene is quite chaotic here, and residents have heightened, their agitation. And currently, they seem to have stoked the burning tires in the middle of the road, and they are expressing their anger. Currently, there's a police crowd control vehicle right here, but they are stationed quietly, monitoring events.
So the police are not making any attempt to stop them because they've not been successful previously?
Come again.
Kwete, the police are not making any attempt to stop the residents at the moment because they have not made progress previously, because they were not successful previously when they tried?
Temperatures are high, so what I see the police doing is they have a crowd control vehicle here, and they have a number of their men right here with the crowd. What they've told them, I understand, is that they can protest, but they shouldn't destroy any property.
Okay.
Currently, as I speak to you right now, there is 3 police vehicles that have arrived. So more reinforcement team has been dispatched here.
Okay. So, Kwete, are we able to speak to the police to find out, hear from them?
No, Gifty. It appears they're having a difficult time right here trying to control the crowd. So as it stands now, the scene is quite nothing.
What about?
So what I see right now, right in front of me, I can count about 6 police officers walking right in front of me, monitoring the situation.
Okay.
Despite residents chanting and drumming and demanding the authorities fix the footbridges.
Exactly. So, Kwete, what are the residents saying, and who are they directing their anger at? Are they angry with the police?
They are directing their anger at the authorities, and they make reference to the girl who was knocked down this week by a vehicle, and they are saying that it's high time the authorities fix the footbridges. I can see a senior police officer, speaking to the police officers, and all the police, have conversed around the senior police officer.
Okay, well, Kwete, I'll have you draw closer, a bit closer to the police officer, see if we can get them to speak to us, or you can get closer to the the angry residents, and see if we can speak to them and hear their concerns.
So if you can hear behind me, they are chanting, no way.
Can we speak to some of them,
Kwete?
Kwete?
They are not allowing any vehicle to use the Madina-Adenta highway.
Can we speak to some of them? Can we get some of them to speak to us, Kwete?
So I'm trying to get close and then speak to a resident.
Okay. So whilst Kwete Nate goes on to get closer to the residents to have them speak to us, you're still watching this breaking news that's happening from Adenta, on the Madina-Adenta stretch. Residents are really enraged. Now, let me start from the beginning. What we understand happened was that there was a pedestrian knockdown of an SHS student, a first-year student of the WAS secondary school. Now, that girl was knocked down. She died. She was knocked down by a taxi driver, and she has died. Let me go back to Kwete, and then I'll run you through what's been happening so far. Kwete, let's hear the agitated resident.
One or two, every blessed day. So we need our food to be done, to complete from
Adenta here to Firestone. So that's what they're demanding now.
So, you had one resident right there. All they are demanding is for the authorities to fix the footbridge.
Right. Kwese, can you get to find out from him how long they are going to keep the road blocked?
You see, as it stands now, it will be difficult to determine how long they will keep the road blocked. It's either the police take drastic action and clear the road. As it stands now, residents are still angry, and there be no attempt to down the burning tires. And Gifty, they're also not allowing any vehicle to use the stretch or any adjoining route close to the footbridge where they are burning the tires.
But Kwete, can we find out from the protesters when they intend to wrap up with their protest so that they can make way for residents who want to go home as well? Can we find out from them how long they intend to sustain this?
So Gifty, there's not an organized crowd. It's a crowd that everyone just came on the road after they heard report that someone had been knocked down. So it has no leader to indicate that that's how long we intend keeping the road blocked.
Well, Kwete, hang on for me and let's see if we can get some more of these agitated men to speak. But let me go through what's been happening so far. If you're just joining us. So there has been a pedestrian knockdown, another pedestrian knockdown today. It happened about an hour ago, we understand, and it involved an SHS student of the WAS Senior High School, a first-year student of the WAS Senior High School. She was knocked down by a taxi driver. She died on the spot. Her body was left on the road. The taxi driver turned himself in to the police, but that did not appease residents there who have been agitating over the past few days, I think for about a month now, who have been agitating for the footbridge there to be completed so they could use it, so they don't have to contend with speeding vehicles when they're crossing the road. Now that did not happen. The residents then poured out onto the road and they are burning tires. We understand they are not appeased at all. The police have tried to calm them down. That did not work. The police have been firing gunshots. We understand. We don't know if they're rubber bullets or we don't know that for sure. But we'll get you that information as we go along. But the firing of those gunshots have not really worked. Kwete reports that it appears that someone was caught in that gunfire. Someone has been hurt. We're not sure of that yet as well, but we will bring you that as and when we have that information. As it stands now, the police has called for reinforcement. That is the situation at the moment. And police officers are allowing the residents to go on with their protest as long as they don't destroy any property. So that's the state of the situation now. You can get some images at myjoyonline.com. This is the road, and that's what it looks like. Now, if you know this road stretch very well, as I do, that is very close to the police station near the Adenta barrier. And the road has been blocked. No vehicle is allowed to go. No vehicle is allowed to come in. Now the police are just looking on because the residents are insisting that the footbridges must be fixed. That's the situation at the moment. Business Live is next. We'll bring you updates of this rather disturbing situation that's happening in Adenta in our subsequent bulletins. But do stay for Business Live and for the rest.